All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back, and we had a little bit of technical. Good morning.
Good
Ever
morning.
since I was a little
Good
girl,
Thank you
morning.
for the
I've
heads
had a
up.
love affair with
Hi,
Um,
music,
everyone.
Thank you so much for being here. This is Sogol, and she's my sister,
language,
and I'm so happy to have her here. This is actually her
design.
concept gallery called Platform that we've turned one of the rooms here into this podcast. So
It's now
podcast
ours.
studio, it's ours. Yeah. So
And
so
the
it's been
ocean.
so great to share a workspace with you. It's been fun. And before we continue talking, we're going to restart your brand story film, which kind of glitched out on us. So let's turn it to the film. But actually, you know what? We'll do a reaction video together. So it's playing in the background.
They're all
Um,
forms of
Tell us
expression.
about the experience
And
here
if you
of
pay
like
attention,
doing this brand
you'll
story
notice
film.
that expression
Um,
is all
okay, so
around
the
us,
experience
and
was
every
actually very
expression
nice. It
influences
was
another.
quite intense
It's the
because
little things you
obviously this was the
see,
first time I was doing something like that.
Mhm.
touch,
And you don't
And
like to be like the center of attention either. So
yes, exactly. And you definitely
hear.
worked a few months on me to persuade me that this is the way, the new way to go with this new world that we are living.
Mhm.
And I'm glad that you
Smell
were able to convince me. And it was definitely a few days of
and
lots of
taste.
fun and
Bringing
no
life into
preparations
spaces
actually
and
on my end
transforming them
because I
involves
pretty much
all my
just
senses, including
improvised
spiritual.
everything as
Some
we
objects
went
just
ahead
speak to
because
me.
I didn't know what to
I
expect. So
view
I just
everything from a lens that
wanted to
sees
be
life
myself,
in
kind of.
everything,
Mhm.
And I
from a
think that's
tiny
the beauty
flower
of
bud to an old wooden chair.
my film is
I grew
pretty
up in
much who I
pre-revolution
am.
Iran
And
and then
like instead of
immigrated with
being
my family
here
to
on a
Germany
Sunday morning
and
at
eventually
Mm.
the
9 o'clock,
US.
I would be
That
probably on the
and
beach,
all the wonderful places
biking
I've
on
Definitely.
the
traveled
beach, and not
fueled
really
my
dressing
passion
up for this
to
show.
connect with people
But
That's my favorite
all
part
across
of you.
the
Sorry,
globe.
by the way, but like in the
I've always
projector
been
screen
curious
oh
about
where
yeah.
you look
people,
down and you're like, it's a nice little authentic
their
like
life,
smile and laugh. It's beautiful.
their
Yeah.
But yeah,
lifestyles.
so the process really started with our little
That's
brand
why when
therapy
someone
session,
comes to me,
which was
I don't
like
just
multiple
design for
Zooms where
them.
we kind of
I curate their
asked multiple
space
questions about
based
that.
on
What
who
did you
they
think of
are,
that experience? I feel like
their
it was getting
It was
annoying
very
at some
annoying,
point.
yeah.
Yeah.
Actually,
on
the
a
perfect
personal
word for
level.
it is
I
annoying.
can see their
I
movement,
This is
kept
not going to help us
thinking,
getting more clients, by the way.
this
no,
part of the
because later on
process
you
helps me
actually
create a
appreciate it
deeper
because that's
relationship with my clients,
what you
so
actually
they
created
naturally
from
become
that,
part of my life.
from being that annoying to me
And
Mhm.
for a
that's
few
Well,
hours.
being annoying is my specialty when it comes to you. So
Yeah,
I'm just living
wonderful
up to
life
my sibling
by
but
duties.
at the
connecting
same
with
time,
people
I feel
around
like
me
I am
is the way to inner
I
peace.
do the same thing to my own clients because when I go to their
Love
homes
who
and
you
I
are.
keep interrogating them about their life and their
Have to love
lifestyles, that's how
where
I
you
can
are.
help them with their interiors and the lifestyle
You
curation
have to love who you spend your
of their
precious
lives
time
pretty
with.
much. So I think that's exactly what you did. You just kept peeling the layers and peeling it, and it
Until we
was
got to the raw of
definitely,
the onion, right into the core of
yeah.
it,
In the beginning, I didn't know where you were going with that, and I thought, okay, how much deeper can you go here?
I could literally see your frustration like in your face through the Zoom. It's like poor girl is like
Yeah,
feeling like we're doing what we call seem gym too much. But
exactly.
but it was really necessary. And like I mean, obviously we know each other, and
Do
it
I know
was
you?
yeah, it was really a cool experience for me. Actually, I will give a shout out to Jasmine that kind of helped in the first series of brand therapy to kind of hone in.
Yes.
But it was just kind of cool to see you as well kind of figure out, oh my god, this is actually like all these things are coming together. It's almost like piecing the puzzles together. So like everybody has a story,
Yes.
and the more that you get little pieces and you put it down, then you see the picture, and
Yeah.
so we kind of like see that, be like, okay, wow, this is Sogol's story. Now how do we take this and now make it a film, how to make it the visual story, and then
That's
we
right.
tie in also with the script, like that the voice behind this film is obviously you. And we worked a lot on the script itself to make sure that it's 100% you. So we kind of like drafted it, but then it was up to you to read it and reword it, and we changed it, and we had
Which
your friend
again
Cindy
wasn't
come and help out.
yes, I know. So I had my coaches here.
Yeah, but overall, like, yeah, I think it was very well received as well by your friends and just your network, right?
Definitely. I mean, I still need to spread the word more,
Hmm.
and
Did you
but
send that
that's
email out
coming.
yet?
Not yet.
Listen,
But
make a proclamation here that you're going to send an email blast out to all of your friends about this brand story film.
no, that will definitely happen. But
Sorry, sorry. Is there something? Yeah, is there something
It's
vibrating?
it's from outside.
Oh,
It's
so
somebody using a blow thing, something.
yeah, someone is like blow drying the leaves apparently on a Sunday morning because that's just what people do in Miami, I guess. Sorry.
He's leaving soon.
So yeah. I'm sorry. Where were we before we got disconnected?
Mm.
By the way, Hanuta, if you want to sponsor our next live stream, please go ahead and message us.
And Cuban coffee. I figured we
and
need
Cuban
that.
coffee.
You
Oh
need
yeah.
that.
So first of all,
Because
cheers.
cheers. Well, I go
Oh,
straight up.
you're doing the whole big
I
cup.
do the
I'm doing the little cup because last time I had one of these, I was up for 8 hours. Cheers, brother.
Cheers.
Maybe I should have brought
Only
it.
for the strong people.
I should have brought it last night for you then.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, but so okay, but yeah, so as far as how it was received, because what we did was a series of little teasers and a
Right.
trailer, and like even that build up was kind of cool. I think people really were like drawn to like what is this? Because we had, Brandon made some really nice 15 to 30, 40-second teasers.
Yes, and I actually do want to thank everyone that was a part of this production, and starting with yourself and Anush, Hamid, Brandon, Trey. I mean, you guys all were amazing, and you have a lot of patience. Let me tell you that. So,
You had a lot
I
of patience.
thought
You were very easy to work with, actually.
Really?
Yeah, of
Okay.
course.
Well, thank you.
As always. No, it's we got a lot done in a short amount of time. Like
We
both
did.
for you and also for Halle, like especially with like Brandon and Trey coming down, they were only here for 3-4 days. The weather worked out nicely. The one thing that was really difficult for me and Anush was capturing that
The
drone shot.
Yeah.
So
Because we kept going at the wrong time. Remember, at the last
I
minute,
know
we found out that we had to go there
we were trying to
1
get-
hour earlier than we
Yes,
normally go.
That the last part of that film is my favorite part, just because it's just a cool shot of Miami and it's a sunset, and really got to give a lot of credit for Anush for getting that difficult drone shot going. So it all ended very nicely. I mean, it was all came
I was
it all
very
came
happy
together
with it.
very
Yes, I remember I took the car for a car wash twice.
cool. Yeah, we went on
Well, I
that
did
bridge a
endorse
good
it,
7 to 10
actually,
times
thanks to
at
Dorsa.
least.
Yeah.
So would you recommend others to get a brand story film, especially like entrepreneurs?
Definitely. And beside the whole entrepreneurship work and all of that, I think this brand film should be a part of everybody's life, because to me, it was very special to actually have a caption of my life, my current life at this age, at this time of my life in Miami. I feel like that's really more important to me than the work aspect of it, because I feel like, okay, work, not everybody may see this brand film. I mean, obviously the intention is to spread it as much as we can, but to me the most important thing is I have this for myself, and for the next generation after me.
Yeah.
Maybe my kids will enjoy looking at this film in a few years and make it a little bit more special for them then. It might be annoying right now.
Yeah, no, I mean for you it becomes a timeless video. I mean, like you will always be able to look back and enjoy it.
Yeah, I mean, we all enjoy looking at old pictures and films, and I think that's what really makes this type of a brand film story telling film very special. And so I definitely recommend it to whoever can actually have something like that, or make it for your family and your loved ones, because I feel this is it's a precious moment to have. Yeah,
absolutely. Do you have a moment, like a favorite part of the film? Like every time you look at it, I feel like is it
the
you
very
as a little
first
girl?
moment.
Oh yeah, it
the
is
very first moment.
Yeah, ever since I was a little girl. By the way, that line, ever since I was a little girl, I had her repeat it like 100 times
100?
when we were doing audio.
You and then Cindy too.
and what's funny is that like if Iman was watching, like I sent her like multiple versions, so she heard that video probably 100 times, the audio at least of it, because I had to kind of run it by her.
I'm sorry, Armand.
But yeah, so and then like the whole experience, what was like a part that you like remember the most or was interesting?
The whole experience, I really feel like every second was it.
Did you enjoy the photo part with Hamid when we were in the design district? Like that was a fun part.
Yeah, remember I straightened my hair that day.
And it started raining.
And then it started raining, so that was kind of annoying then. But I loved the parking garage
Yes,
experience.
that's
I
right.
mean, I'm adventurous a little bit, so I think that was like fun, to do something that you're not supposed to do, I guess.
Yeah, it was. We were kind of breaking the rules by being over there and doing it very quickly.
And of course, changing inside the trash rooms
Yes,
in the design district, in the buildings, and I actually locked out myself almost.
almost
Yeah,
in the trash room.
yeah,
Oh, jeez.
because yeah.
No, but like for like I remember, is it the design district, the place that like you were like walking against the wall and like Hamid
Yeah.
was taking pictures? The design district, right?
Yes.
Like it was just kind of cool because everybody else was watching you as well, and like
Well, I
I would
wasn't
just
too comfortable with that
no, I know, but
myself.
for me it was just kind of cool just having like I love the whole like when we're a team and we're doing production and like we're doing something that everybody else is like, ooh, what is that? Like
Yes.
I love that, because like I love when all the attention is like on a subject that we're like documenting,
Yeah. But the other thing that I really loved, I mean, how my love for the ocean and for South of Fifth, and I have my special spots in South of Fifth that I love. So when we were doing the moonshot, the full, not full moon,
The full moon, yes.
yeah, which we captured a little bit. I mean, that was also very difficult to do,
Yes.
but that whole scene, like being up on that hill and seeing the
The
ocean,
rocks.
the rocks.
I think it was
that
it
very
was
nice.
better for us in person that moment, but the
Yes.
pictures and videos didn't come out as great. Like we weren't able to use all of it.
Yeah.
But Hamid did get a couple good shots. But yeah, it was a cool night that
It
night.
was a very nice night. Yeah.
Okay, so kind of let's fast forward to what we're doing here, and the pandemic definitely affected you and your business here at Platform, where you were doing. Well, kind of explain what you were doing before the pandemic and what we're actually about to do right now with the B word.
So before the pandemic, I mean, as an interior designer, obviously my most of my time goes towards interior design and traveling for my projects wherever my clients are, and also traveling to trade shows to Europe. And we were quite busy doing that. On top of that, having had the concept gallery. Concept pretty much was to feature different talents from all over the world. We were featuring local talents and international ones, anything lifestyle related, from art, from fashion elements, from home decor, even certain food. Mm, what is it called? Uh,
Cuisines,
yeah, definitely, like food and
food,
pairing,
music, art,
and
fashion.
exactly. So it was a combination, and we actually curated smaller events because the intention was to bring a smaller number of people together and network and collaborate with them and promote their work. Um, which
It's
now,
a connector in you.
yeah, the connector aspect of me, yes, definitely. And during the pandemic, of course, no more events. People are not coming to indoor activities. So that was kind of dormant until you moved to Miami, and mom and dad moved to Miami, and so we kind of created another type of a co-work space here. It's not the same, but kind of still the same concept, and actually focusing more on even smaller events. Instead of having 20 people, now we are having 6 to 15 or 6 to 10 people, which is more specific to what we are doing, and I think that's actually more effective too.
Yeah,
So we were kind of in the right path.
I was gonna say you were built for this, but you and Dorsa
Yes.
did a platform here to kind of like because you guys started it about 3 years ago, right?
Yes.
Like this was gonna be the third year in August, I believe, right?
We moved in August.
Yeah, and you guys did a wide like a lot of events in the 20 to 50 person like range. So like
We did.
doing these mini COVID style events was like for you 6 to 15 people is actually a piece of mind, a piece of cake,
Of course, yes. And I get to enjoy it a little bit more too, because before, obviously, the intention was to bring the people together, which we did. But I was also, I was busy, Dorsa was busy. We were like, constantly, you know, working. But this time, I think it's definitely easier because we can prepare things ahead of time, and we can be a part of the guests, and we can kind of be there more 100%.
Not just running around being a
Not
host
just
and
running
stressed out.
around.
You can actually be a part of the conversation.
And now what you're bringing to the table is to capturing these moments,
Mhm.
which we weren't able to do.
Mhm.
We were so busy curating these events, inviting the people, having them here. So one part that we kind of missed out on because it was just too much work for us. I mean, we did a few, but we should have done it with all of the events. Kind of having a film of it and good pictures, and but it's okay. I mean, I think we still did our thing right, and people do remember us from being here. And now we are pretty much pivoting the concept a little bit and doing our curated events still here, starting very soon with dinners in the garden featuring artists and having live musician. And it's
Shall we share the
right
name here?
now. Huh?
Shall we share the name?
Sure.
Go ahead, you say it.
You say. Which one,
Are you
Bahçe?
caught up? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like we're calling
Yeah.
it like these like
Gatherings.
little gatherings, little dinner things. That's really trying to get like, at the end of the day, we're trying to get entrepreneurs together eventually. That's kind of like the goal, where we do like a mini retreat here, and kind of give people a tour of South of Fifth, and get entrepreneurs to connect with each other, to kind of work with each other, and uh, kind of like navigate through the cool parts of this very unique pocket of Miami Beach, which is the Sophie neighborhood, and have like people come like as a presenter, where they kind of give some share some advice on how to do sales and marketing and branding and all that stuff. So everything that has to do with helping the mind, body, soul, and business of an entrepreneur. That's kind of like the eventual like retreat that we're working for, but towards. But Bahçe is like the little concept of the little dinner gatherings,
In
and
our little garden, in our little secret
and little
garden.
garden. And Baksha
Yeah.
translates to garden in Farsi, and so that's kind of like the whole name behind it. And working with Murdoch, who's going to be making some
Yes, my
good treats, food.
friend of many years. So he is going to be the chef on board, and my also right and left hand in every
Awesome.
aspect. And so I'm looking forward to that. And yeah, so we're definitely excited about the next chapter, the next volume of platform, and looking forward to seeing more faces, old faces, new faces. I do miss a lot of the people that I met in the last 3 years, and during COVID, it feels like we have been distanced from a lot of people, but that doesn't mean that our heart is distant. So
True
hopefully we
that.
can get um, get those beautiful souls back here and help each other, as we all need the help in every aspect right now, in one form or the
And
other.
sometimes the help is, and this is what I love about the Baksha, the garden. Sometimes the help is just literally having that human interaction again, and just having those conversations in a positive energy environment. And that's what the Baksha has.
Yes.
It's a little tropical, mini tropical.
Yeah, it has a very good energy. I mean, we have done all sorts of events in this little garden, from chair yoga to meditation to dinner parties to everything pretty much. So now we're
Yeah.
just going to build up on that. And so the dinners are going to be Persian food initially, because we felt like Persian food is it is common, not but not that common, and we want people to feel home, and we are inviting them pretty much to our home, because actually we all live in this compound too, between you, me, and mom and dad.
Yeah.
So we definitely feel home here, and we want our guests to feel home.
Which is so funny. Like a lot of Iranians who were born and raised in Iran, especially in the 70s and 80s, this concept of Iranian families living in like one complex, or like 4 levels above each other and stuff, and having a hayat and bog and whatever. That's literally what I always missed. I never had that experience because
And I
I was born
always
in Germany.
love to have that.
Yeah, but you had it to some degree, right? You went
Well,
like
I
when you went to
remember it.
grandparents' house, like you had that over there,
Yes.
but you didn't live in it, right? And I
Exactly.
definitely didn't live in it. I didn't even
I always
experience
looked forward to it, going weekends to visit my grandparents and the rest of the family, or all cousins were there, and we
Yeah.
would do sleepovers. So it was definitely fun.
That's awesome. And we
Yeah.
touch on that in the Hushman episode of the podcast that we have. So when you guys go and watch the Hushman episode, we definitely touch on her growing up in Iran and grandparents, etc. But yeah, so I feel as though in many ways what has happened in the past year that has led to me joining this compound and being in in this platform is almost like what I lacked as a child growing up in Iran.
Yes.
We're now experiencing here. So the baksha, and then now we add the food and we add like the music. You know, it's going to be a pretty special environment that you're
Yes.
going to help create, and our team is going to document.
Definitely.
And you know, we'll really be able to bring great food, great music, great
And
unique
we're going to
beverages.
have our very first wedding ceremony and reception
Oh,
here
that's
too.
right.
Through Murdoch's contact, actually,
Yeah.
which we're very grateful for that. And I always also wanted to have like a mini wedding here in the garden, and
Mom gets
so
to
it's
officiate
and
that.
mom gets
How
to
cool is that?
officiate it,
And
so it's
Anush is
really
gonna hopefully film it. I told you about it.
Yeah,
March
yeah.
13th. You know,
March 14th.
March. Oh, change
It goes
date.
change, yeah.
Hey, March 14th.
14th.
Put it in your Google
It's on
calendar,
a
please.
Sunday.
Google who?
Google.
So we're
Yes.
definitely very excited about this.
I mean, how wonderful would it be that we actually start doing a lot of mini weddings right here in platform? Like
Yes.
this is a maximum like 20-25 person type of capacity that we can have here. But for those who are looking for a small, intimate, all inclusive essentially environment to celebrate their weddings or nuptials, whatever it may be, or anything like renewing vows, you know,
Yes.
like I literally want mom and dad to renew their vows over here. We talked about that even before the
Maybe we'll do
pandemic.
that at Dad's birthday coming up next week.
Put it in your calendar, please. Yes.
March 5th.
Yes. No, but I mean, yes, I want to thank you
That
for.
could be a
I want to
gift.
thank you for what you created here and Dorsa. Like you guys put in a lot of effort into making platform what it was, and
Yes, definitely. I cannot thank my beautiful, lovely daughter Dorsa for being my partner in crime. She has always been my my partner in crime, and definitely she was a big part
integral part of it. No,
of
for
this
sure.
foundation.
She brought the business foundation into the mix because you have the more artistic foundation, you know. So
Well, she's quite artistic herself.
actually, yeah, in
but-
her case, she actually has that side as well.
but she has the mathematical brain,
Yes,
which I
analytical,
don't.
artistic. Yeah, very cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I mean, you guys have created something very cool, and we're hoping that we're able to kind of add our experience and expertise in production and entertainment and film and photography, and hopefully it becomes a harmonious, continues to be a harmonious relationship. So far, we've been
I
able
hope
to
so. I mean,
build great.
everything has happened very organically here at our platform, and I feel like from here on, it's just going to be even better.
Yeah. Well, I'm looking
Definitely.
forward to it, and
So, can I ask you a question?
oh, she's been dying.
She's been
to-
waiting for that.
For somebody who hates
Since
me
the
in front of the
Hushman
camera.
episode,
No, I
she wants to
forgot.
interview you now.
Hey, I swear to God, me and her just need to have it where she
Listen.
can go through and ask all these questions. Let this be the
Oh,
first. Let
yes.
this be the prelude.
Let me start writing them down.
Yeah, let
She's
this
gonna
be a
torture you
prelude.
now.
If I just
He's
tell
always
her,
the one torturing me. Come on, payback time.
you know what? I'll let you go ahead and have an opportunity where for a whole hour you can ask me anything and I'll answer everything. But what is the?
Now I forgot.
Oh, thank God. What's the question?
No, but are you happy to be here now? Because I know your love for DC was so big,
Yeah.
and we almost got into a fight last time we discussed this.
Yeah, she caught me on a bad
That's a
day.
good question,
Yeah,
actually.
no.
So I
Sorry
pretty
about
much
that,
gave
too.
up on
I
that.
feel, I feel like she won't let that one down. I remember that phone conversation where I was like super lost and
So you were
Not a
against
good
coming to
place.
Miami?
well, I mean, she was rightfully so. She was just trying to kind of pave the way for me to come here. This is before the pandemic, you know, and like 3 years ago, I kind of even announced on Facebook that EE has expanded to Miami. Like that was kind of my goal for us to plant ourselves in Miami, and
And then he forgot about what he had said.
yeah, a couple times, like, you know, I would come down here and then I would immediately retract because I was dealing with so much stuff back in DC.
Yeah.
And I was like, what am I thinking right now? Spreading, like almost like doing the splits, you know, like I can't have 1 foot in Miami, 1 foot here. I was like, I need to work on the foundation of like in DC, you know?
But
So-
I did that for almost 18 years between
Right.
there.
No,
and
I know,
here.
but
So the pandemic for Sogol really worked out, right?
Yeah, I'm grateful for it in a way.
Knock on wood. But to answer your question, absolutely, I'm definitely happy here. And like you mentioned, I mean, I've been a diehard Washingtonian, and obviously still plan on spending a lot of time in DC when doors open up again. That's where my home base is. That's where my entire team is. Well, we're growing an awesome team down here too, but you know, definitely still need to have my roots in DC. Still have my place in DC. but to be able to be here and grow and expand here, and also just kind of acclimate to life as a resident in Miami too, it's been pretty damn cool. I mean, Anush isn't always a big fan of Miami, but I've been loving everything that you've been talking and raving about for a long time. For a lot of years, I used to come more as a party spot, and I never looked at it as like a living spot. But really adapting to all the great stuff that Miami has to offer, from nature, from weather, and all that stuff. Like, I always thought that I would get tired of 80-degree and sunny, but now I'm like, why would I not want anything else than 80-degree and sunny? So
So I shouldn't feel bad.
no, definitely
Good.
don't feel bad. But I still love DC, and I hope to be spending a lot of
Of
time in
course.
DC. Ideally, I want to do 80-20, 80% in Miami, 20% in DC, as we continue to rebuild exclusive entertainment, night outs,
Yes,
and expand Unite and Conquer all over the place. And that's why we're here. The Ready to
that's
Work
right. Well, you
Stream-a-Thon
had your
is,
guests from all over the states.
yeah, it's been
And
fun. It's been really,
anyone
really fun.
from overseas?
Overseas, no, we just had Canada and US representing in this one.
Mm, nice.
Yeah, but it was cool. I mean, we had a very eclectic list of guests, from stand-up comedians
Mhm.
to people who were doing like food stuff, like whether it was tadiks or whether it was snacks and sweets and treats
But
and
all your
pita.
guests are the ones that who should actually come here to our platform.
And trust me, I
And
invited every single one of them to Miami.
yeah,
and platform.
definitely. I
Yeah,
mean, just imagine, let's say Maz Jobrani
yeah. We talked about it.
in the garden,
Yes.
or there, everyone.
He's
could-
How
actually
about the
our
Lavosat
chefs.
lady? She definitely
He's
needs to
actually
come.
Maz
Yes,
is actually
I'm-
coming with Tehran to perform in Orlando in a few weeks.
Oh,
And I was like,
so we
listen,
should do
you just have to
something
take
here.
a little. Yeah, well, I talked to him, and he was like, we need to kind of make
Yeah.
it happen. It's too short notice, but in general, I think the
Well,
easiest
he
thing.
should at least come here for a dinner
Oh yeah, at least, yeah, that's right. At
And-
least come for a dinner.
and say a few jokes to us.
But I was actually thinking that if we were able to have like one of the comedians coming for 3-4 days and have 40-50 people
yes.
and make it a very cool experience, that would be something great that works for Maz too, because Maz misses the ability to perform in front of people too. I mean, when he was talking, the most that he's done was 100 people in a big amphitheater that holds like 700 people,
Oh,
but
wow.
because of restrictions in Arizona, and he had to literally go from LA to Arizona to have that type of experience, so
Mhm.
even people like Maz, who've been used to performing in front of 2,000-3,000 people,
Right.
right now just wants to be able to just sit in front of 50 people where they can laugh in person instead of through Zoom, So that's definitely interesting conversation to have had with Maz, and
Good.
there's a lot of stuff that we can do hopefully in Miami with
The
all these
sky's
great
the
people.
limit.
Yeah,
When
so
it comes to creativity, we can always come up with something new.
you definitely don't have a shortage of being creative. So really appreciate everything that you do here for us and the whole family. It's
Well,
been great
likewise.
spending. I got to spend 3 months essentially living with you, or was it a whole month? I forgot. 3 months quarantine
Yeah.
in
we
that
were
room
here.
over there. Yeah.
Exactly. We had a great time.
Yeah, so like it was the first time as adults that we actually like lived together, so that was a cool experience.
Yes.
And so thank you for agreeing to be on here, and
Of
hopefully
course.
it wasn't
Thank
too
you.
painful.
No, it was actually
It was great.
fantastic. I was happy to hear that I can actually sit here next to you.
Yeah. and I it's so bad. I mean, she's always a better looking one, but like
Excuse
literally she's refreshed, had 7 hours of sleep, I think,
Not
and
really.
here I'm looking darbo dog, and so like
You look
there's
great.
definitely
That's why I brought you the Cuban coffee and the
that's not
hanucha.
gonna help the darbo dog, but this is how I can look better, covering it with hanuta. But cool. Well, enjoy the rest of your Sunday, and you know who's gonna be joining us at 10:30?
No,
You don't know?
I have no idea.
Who's your son's best friend?
My son's best friend?
Who's your son?
My son.
I think she needs a
Too
Cuban, a
early.
little bit more Cuban coffee.
Okay, so you have 2 children,
Refresh my mind.
Dorsa and.
And Parsa.
All right, and then who's
Yes,
Parsa's
ma'am.
best friend?
I mean, I know Jake.
There we go. He's performing at 10:30.
Oh, I thought here.
Oh.
No.
Oh, you got me too excited
Yeah, that's what I
now.
thought too. I'm like,
Okay.
yeah.
Oh no, I meant like he's gonna be
Yes.
performing.
Okay, fantastic. Great. Oh,
Yes.
Jake is amazing. He's my
Yeah.
American son.
Yeah.
Because I'm his Persian mom. So
It's
What
actually
does he play?
he's gonna be rapping,
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Okay.
he
and,
has a
and
beautiful
he knows how to
voice.
spit the rap game too.
Right.
He's good.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, you've known him since he was how old?
Oh, I think the boys were 10, 12.
So cool.
Middle school.
Wow.
And what
Perfect middle
what I've
school.
always loved about Jake is like he's just a solid good dude. Like you know that he was raised in a good
Oh, he's
family,
genuine.
always so
Genuine.
polite and like
I know.
genuinely like
Yeah.
you know it's not like
No, he's definitely
he-
family. So when you said best friend, I feel like Jake could be a brother that Parsa
Yeah.
didn't have.
and
Well,
that's actually why like I always want to give him any opportunity to kind of showcase his talent because people like him who grind so much like you he's been a hustler
oh yes.
for so many freaking years and
Oh,
it's
yes.
and I just know that him and Parsa have a genuine brotherly bond
They do.
and it's so important to have like friendships like that and so I'm happy for Parsa for having a great friend like Jake and vice versa. I'm sure that
Yes.
Parsa is also great for
That's great.
him.
Did he ever work at EE?
Yes.
Yes, he
So
did.
I remember him now.
Jake?
Jake,
Jake,
yeah,
yeah.
okay,
Parsa
yeah.
worked at EE too.
Yeah. But
You
okay,
hated wearing
yeah, I
the
remember
EE
that
shirts.
name.
Dorsa never did though.
You know, Dorsa actually helped out for a few weeks. She did.
She did?
Yeah, she was helping out. She was an admin assistant for a few weeks. Very short period of time, actually. Interestingly enough, yeah.
That's
I don't know if she was
She
helping out.
worked enough with me, so
Yeah, one family member is
one
enough.
family.
No, but Parsa was the funniest working with him. Like he like dreaded every single minute, and like I always felt bad like when I was leaving the stage or something, and he had to kind of stay there for a couple more hours to break down and stuff. I felt so guilty. I almost wanted to put him in my car and take him home. Yeah, and then he pretty much just quit on me, and he like threw the EE shirt at my face like I've quit. No, he didn't do that.
I hope not. I'm like, I don't know about that.
Yeah, no, but yeah, so that was a
That's
cool
great.
experience too. So
Good.
cool. Well, thank you so much. It was a lot of fun having you here.
It was great fun.
And one of
being
these
here.
days, we should have that little chit chat. And if there's somebody that's gonna interview me, I
It will be
actually
me.
would like for it to be you. You know,
Good.
I usually would
The
say,
younger
It will be the-
sister
it will be
finally
the
can torture
Pushman
him.
episode 2.0.
yeah, boy, do you want to edit that one?
Oh,
Well, as long as it's not 2 hours.
That's fine. Sometimes I always like people always say like, who would you have like interview you? I used to think like Tehran, but Tehran will shred me to pieces.
Oh my God.
And so I was like, no, why the hell would I want to have Tehran come and
I'll be nice.
It would be
with
like
you.
a roast
I'll be
session.
nice.
exactly. It would be a 100% roast
Oh,
session.
God.
Sweet. Well, thank you.
Good.
Love you.
Thank
And
love you. Have a great rest of the show,
yeah.
and I hope you'll get to rest on the beach
yeah, I definitely
the
would need
rest
it.
of the
All I
afternoon.
know is that I couldn't have been more honored to have shared your story. Like I genuinely love watching your film over and over.
I can't wait to
knowing
see Hollis.
Hollis is gonna
film.
be great
It's
too,
gonna
I'm
be
sure.
great.
But yours is always gonna have a very special place in my heart. So
Oh,
it was a great story to tell, and hopefully we get to continue to tell more stories of you
absolutely.
as the days, weeks, months, and years come.
Thank you.
So,
Thank you so
arrivederci.
much.
Thank you so much for the
Bye.
cuido al pisar. Watch yourself. Literally.